Hey everybody, Tanya from ShootingStarSVG back, and today I want to talk to y'all about the differences between Corjl and Templett for creating edible invitations and other items. So if this is your first time here, go ahead and click on like and subscribe below, as that does keep me motivated to continue making these videos, so that way you can grow your business and change your life. I had created a video a few years back when I first started my YouTube journey on the differences between Corjl and Templett, and I thought that it needed a bit of a refresh because we are in 2022. It was kind of crazy to go back and look at that video because I was at like 60 subscribers and now I'm getting closer to that 10K mark. So thank you everybody for your support. But I digress. I really just wanted to go over the main differences of the two platforms. And interestingly enough, there were a few others that I saw out there while I was doing some Etsy browsing. And we'll be checking those out in some later videos, one in particular called Jet Templates. So I'm going to be talking about pricing, design features, and usability in this video, and then you can kind of make the decision from there as far as what you would like to do as a seller, because these are still popular. I did a compare and contrast from the numbers that I got in 2020 versus now, and you can definitely see an increase on the Etsy search platform. So I have everything set up on my computer. We're going to dive right in and talk about pricing and then roll from there. So I'm going to head over to my computer screen. We'll get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with Corjl as far as the pricing goes. The one nice thing about Corjl that Templett does not provide is you have the ability to have a 15-day free trial. Now, I know in previous videos when I talk about Corjl, it was only a 7-day free trial and they have extended that. I don't know how long they're going to keep that up and available for, but I would definitely take advantage of it if it's something that you're leaning into, okay? So you can see here that they have an annual and a monthly plan. The nice thing about the annual plan is that if you get the annual and you know you're going to use it, you will save 20% overall, okay? But the transaction fees won't change. And they have 3 different options for you. You have your start, your grow, and your scale. If you're a newer shop, you probably want to start with the start option. And monthly billed, it would be $9.99 with 65-cent transaction fee. You have unlimited designs and you can integrate it with your Etsy, Shopify, and or WooCommerce. The grow is $20 a month. You can see that transaction fee drop to 45 cents. And then you have your scale, which is $49.99, and a 30-cent transaction fee. So you see that these prices will go down as you go, but nothing really changes as far as integrations and what you get regardless. Now, again, with the annual, you will see that price go down. Those transaction fees will stay the same. Now, going over to Templett, you will see that there are 3 subscription plans that you can start off with. You have the starter plan for $9 a month with a 79-cent transaction fee. And then Essential is $29 per month with a 49-cent transaction fee. And the Professional, which is a whopping $99 per month with a 39-cent transaction fee. I find it very interesting that there's this $99 a month difference. When you look at the monthly, that's $49.99. So it's pretty substantial. The transaction fees, you have 65, 45, and 30. And here you have 79, 49, and 39. So you see that the transaction fees on Templett are actually higher. Each one of these accounts allow you to do a customer demo, and we're going to walk through that in just a minute. While the Professional will allow you to have one designer account added on to what you're also using, as well as support for you and your customers. You can click on more info here, and they just kind of talk about what this plan is good for. Basically, this is a hobbyist for the first level here. And then the Essential is really everything with somebody who is growing, all right? And then, again, keep in mind, you can change this at any time. But you do have to purchase to get access to these, which is a little bit, like if I'm sitting here trying to decide if I want to use Corjl or Templett, I'm probably going to be more prone to give Corjl a try. And if I really hate it, then I may go pay the $9. But it just kind of sucks that you have to go pay the $9 and then go in and cancel. It would be nice if they provided some sort of free trial for people to utilize to know if they're going to actually like the platform, because everybody's different and you want to make sure whatever you're using will work for you. Okay. So I did a quick Etsy search for Corjl invitation, and you can see that there's 72,000 results. Just to put it into a little bit of a perspective for you, when I did this exact search in 2020, it was 27,000 results. So you can see the uptick here. But as you scroll down, you can see that there's a lot of trademark and copyright issues here, especially with these, Mario invitations, princesses down here, the Disney infringement. But for the most part, it's pretty clean, which is good. But there are still some issues out there. So just keep that in mind. You want to steer very clear from that. While it can be compelling to sell these trademark and copyright items because they sell well, you do run the risk of getting your shop shut down, as well as any infractions from other people. I don't think that is a word, but whatever. So I did the same search for Templett invitation and got almost 76,000 results. And in 2020, when I did this same search, I ended up getting 52,000. But the interesting thing about this search for Templett invitation is it does pull up Corjl invitations as well. So you can see this is a Templett one. We're going to look at this one in just a minute. But scrolling down, you can see this is a Corjl. And so I think with the new, and this one is too, with the new Etsy XWalk algorithm, what Etsy's doing is it's pulling kind of both in a sense, because they're both editable templates. Etsy could also be getting confused with the word template because it's very close to template, but regardless, it is pulling in Corjl results as well. So keep that in mind. I will say that the market has definitely increased over the past 2 years, especially as I have watched it grow, because it's a very desirable thing. You go and you get this template set up, and then, you're kind of good to go. So I went ahead and opened up this Corjl template. It's a bestseller. It's a birthday invitation for, I guess, a jumping party. And you can see here that they have a nice screen here, personalized with Corjl. You can edit from your phone or your computer. A free thank you note is included, so that's kind of nice. And then it says try editing in the demo, and we're going to do that in just a minute. So it shows you exactly how this works as well. I didn't mean to blow that up. So that's actually really nice. And here's that new Etsy feature where they're pulling reviews, which I think is really cool. So this is somebody who actually went up and printed and laminated these for their son's party, and that just is really cool. Okay. Same thing for this template. You have some infographics on how you can edit in your web browser, and the different download options that you have. And then some matching items that are sold separately as well. And then again with the review photo. Okay. So before we keep going, I will say that one downfall to Templett is you do not have the ability to edit on your phone, whereas on Corjl you do. So if I had to choose between the two, I know as a mom of 3 young kids, I'm very busy. And so if I'm sitting waiting for them to get off the bus or whatever it may be, and I have some time, I would much rather be able to have that usability on my phone as well as a web browser, where Templett only allows you to edit in the web browser. So that's a little bit of a downfall. Previously, there was a difference in 2020 where Templett was the only one that you could go into the backend and help your customer edit the end product. Corjl did not have that feature. They do now. So you are able in Corjl to go in, edit the template for your customer if they're having issues, and save that, and they will be able to see it. So it was good that Corjl had kind of taken that and added that feature in. So now they both have it, whereas Templett previously had that leg up. They're kind of even keeled now, okay? So I went ahead and opened this up in Corjl, and you can see that it gives you these demo options, and they take a little bit to load, but you can kind of click and move things around if they're not locked in. So you can see clicking on this text, I can go ahead and edit it if that's something that I want to do by coming over here. I'll just let's get rid of, do that, and then I can take this and move it. Now it looks like these little guys are maybe locked. Okay, that's just an overlay on that. Just trying to see if there's anything that I can actually move around here. But you can go ahead and edit the text. So clicking on Caleb here, I can just type in Peter and it will change it, and I can say that Peter is going to be turning 6. You can go ahead and change the date. You can change the colors of things if you want it to be a different color. They will base it off the preset colors that are in the palette here for Corjl. And then you also have the ability to stylize the text quite a bit. You don't have that same capability in Templett from what I recall. That might have changed, but it's nice because you can change the leading, you can change the line spacing, the orientation, you can strike through, and then you can create the text in all caps. So let's just say I clicked on this, I could do that and it will change it to all caps right away, which is nice. So you can toggle that on and off. You can add a drop shadow if you like. You can add an outer glow. You can add a gradient color to it. You can curve the text if that's something that you want to do, and just kind of like, you know, change that around if you want to do that. Of course, we're not going to be messing with that, so let's just back out. And then clicking on layers, you have the ability to kind of unlock certain things. So looking at, let's see what group 5 is. If I was to go ahead and unlock that, maybe that's the people. It's hard to see here. So it looks like they have utilized the, okay, it's locked now. So I'm going to go ahead and lock the age. That's right here. So you can see that I can no longer click or edit this. But if I unlock it, I can go ahead and move and edit that as I so wish. So keep in mind, depending on how you're designing as a designer, if you're locking or freezing things, the end customer will not be able to move those. Those are locked in. You might want to take that into consideration when placing text and other things, because in this case, if you look, I wanted to change the let's jump to come on and jump, but I am not having the ability to move these characters. Even if I move this text out of the way, there's just not a way for me to be able to do this, which is kind of frustrating. Unless I'm missing it somewhere. So that might be a time where I reach out to the person who's selling the template and say, hey, look, I'd really like to move these guys out a little bit. Can you help me? They would be able to go in the back end, make the adjustments, save it, and then the person can go back in and continue to edit. Okay. So that's how Corjl would work. Again, with this elephant baby shower template, I have this demo loaded here. So you would go ahead and click on the demo, and then you can go ahead and click on what you would like to change. Okay, so you can change this text here. Again, they have all of these different fonts that you can utilize, but they hide the font choices in the demo, and you can change the color, whether it's a fill, a gradient, and these different types of gradients as well. And you have some alignment tools, bold, italicized, or underlined, and then the ability to change layers. You also have the option to add in a shadow if you would like, but that's about all the usability features that it comes with the text. Text case you can change to lowercase. Let me try that here. You can change that all to lowercase or all to capitalize, which will capitalize the first letters. You can change the character spacing, lock the position, add the opacity. You don't have the ability to add the curve or any of those other glow features that Corjl has, so it's a little bit limited in that regard, okay? You have the ability to move items around that are not locked, but it looks like there are quite a few things on this particular listing that are locked. So like I can freely move this text around, but I can't do anything with the elephant, okay? Even clicking on images, you can go ahead and drag and drop images to upload. If you want to drag in a background or change the background to something different, you have the capability to do that, okay? So keep that in mind if you want to go ahead and change the background. So there's a lot of different things that you can do, though you are a little bit limited. One thing that I forgot to mention was in the Corjl fonts, you have the ability to go in here, and while these are demo fonts, you do have the ability to load up Creative Fabrica fonts for $9.99 extra a month. So they do have that capability in Corjl. They do not have that in Templett. So Templett, you are at the mercy of them as far as what fonts you can use, whereas here you can utilize fonts from Creative Fabrica. So Templett's a little bit more limited in the sense that you don't have as many text manipulations as you would in Corjl. And also Templett, you do not have the ability to edit on your phone, which to me is kind of like a, you think they would get there by now. But from everything that I've seen and read, you don't have the ability to edit on your phone yet, but you do with Corjl. Again, Corjl now has the features where you can go and edit in the back end and save that for your customers, so that's very beneficial. It's definitely something that they have taken a leg up on, and the pricing is comparable until you get up to that higher pricing plan where you're selling a ton. That $49.99 to $99.99 difference can be substantial for some people. So that is really the big differences between Corjl and Templett. Hopefully you all got something out of this video. If you have any questions about the platforms at all, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I am more than happy to answer whatever questions y'all may have. And as always, if you got something out of this video, please go ahead and click on like and subscribe below, as that does keep me motivated to continue making these videos, so that way you can grow your business and change your life. Again, if you haven't already, head on over to the Facebook group where we are creating a community of like-minded individuals looking to grow their semi-passive income with digital downloads. Just remember, I am here to help you. If there's content out there that you would like for me to create, just let me know. I'm more than happy to do that, and I will catch y'all on the next video. ShootingStarSVG signing out.